welcome back to the JDT First Energy Broadcast Network. At least that's what it feels like today. Third game in a row for JDT. This time they'll play the Bear Creek Express for their tournament lives. I'm Chris Abbott, back with you under the lights, and that first pitch hit our camera, so we're going to need to go down and tilt that back over. 21 degrees Celsius, light winds out of the back of the field, swirling, 45% chance of precipitation. And thank you to Pami Madzuluka, who offset our camera. We'll have to get that straightened up. But before we do, let's look at the lineup for the visiting team in this game, the Bear Creek Express. Cal Bisha will lead things off in right field. Yusuke Morita is the left fielder. Ryuji Okawa batting in the 3 spot tonight with Luigi Pinto hitting cleanup. David Galeno batting 5th. Alan Salgado with a big bat batting 6th. Ty Sebastian all the way down the 7th spot. Cody Panabecker and Yusuf Davis rounding out the order. Defensively for the home team, JDT looks awful similar to how it has all day. Choco Munoz, Jordan Pomeroy, Jonathan Lynch in the outfield. Guadalupe Ajon and Braden Ducharme up the middle with Justin Laskowski on the hot corner. Dylan Cunningham gets the start at first after Jeff Lyons played the last 2 games. And Dallas Cornelius back in behind the plate catching for Pami Madzuluka. As you can see by our center field camera shot, the winds are up. Good numbers, Madzuluka. He was on earlier today in relief and shut down the bar buzz. That was the first win for JDT. They won 8-4. Coming off that, they then defeated by a score of 6-0 the Midland Explorers. And now they will meet the Bear Creek Express. Low rise ball is a called strike on Bichel. 10 p.m. local time here in South Bend, Indiana. You can see the wind ripping through the jerseys. Madzuluka misses outside and low. And he misses wildly again. Two balls and 2 strikes on the Aussie national, Cal Bichel. Madzuluka will get him to swing through for strike 3. Here comes Yusuke Morita, member of the Japanese national team. They're back-to-back, he and Okawa, in this lineup today. Morita, first pitch swinging, slow roller, tough play, Ducharme. And the throw will get away from Cunningham. It would have been bang-bang. I'm not sure if he would have been safe or out. But we're going to call it a hit in my scorebook anyway. Ducharme's been so good defensively today. Look how fast Morita gets. Oh, yeah. On the replay, you can see he was well ahead of the throw. So here comes his teammate from the Japanese national team, Ryuji Okawa. Okawa, the shortstop for the Japanese national team. Of course, he cedes that position to David Galeno in the Bear Creek lineup. So 2 shortstops up the middle for the Express. Okawa did not like that first pitch called strike from Madzuluka. They go back outside, and Okawa, with the first pitch in his mind, chases the second one. Same umpiring crew that we had on this diamond last game. They've switched positions. Now we've got Kevin Wallace over at third base. Bruce Kilmoyer is on the plate. And Jose Travis is at first. Swinging over the drop ball, Okawa goes down. 2 strikeouts already for Pami Madzalukwa. As he was working Okawa outside for most of the at-bat. And then finishes him off with an outside drop ball. So that brings up Luigi Pinto. If you were with us last night in the game between the Express and the Gremlins, Pinto was limping around by the time it ended. I'm a little surprised to see him back behind the plate to catch in this game. He was nicked up pretty good. And in his last at-bat, kind of hobbled his way down to first base. Couldn't really run it out. So we'll see how he's responded here. Well, we're about 24 hours exactly from the start of the last Express game. Fouled straight back. Luckily, this one missed our camera, I think. I might have tilted it a little bit.
Everybody always thinks it's Liberty.
2026 USA Softball Men's National Championship. Everyone trying to play for that trophy on Sunday. Got a handful of teams left in contention, including these two. The Northeast Drillers are awaiting the winner of the game between Kegel Black Knights and the Sandlot Merchants. And then the winner of that game will meet the winner of this game tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Runner is off, and Pinto will foul it away, so Morita will head back to the bag. Luigi Pinto battling with Pami Madzalukwa. Change up, check swing, strike 3. And Madzalukwa will strike out the side here in the top of the first. Looking real good on the mound for the Bear Creek Express to get this game going. One more look. Right at the belt. Strike 3. Take a look at JDT, how they line it up for this game. Fetty Etter will lead things off with Jordan Pomeroy, Choco Munoz. They've been the top 3 all day. Dylan Cunningham moves into the 4th spot with Justin Laskowski coming off a couple of doubles in his last game, batting 5th. Guadalupe Ajon, Jonathan Lynch, Braden Ducharme, Dallas Cornelius rounding out the order. Here's how they'll send them out defensively for Bear Creek. Morita, Davis, Bichel in the outfield. Delano and Okawa up the middle. Cody Panabecker and Ty Sebastian on the corners, and Luigi Pinto behind the plate. And Carlos Parra is listed as the starting pitcher, but we've got movement. Ty Sebastian's on the mound here for Bear Creek, and Alan Salgado, the designated player, has moved over to first base. So down to 9 with Carlos Parra, the suspended flex player, right now. So Ty Sebastian had a real tough start yesterday. He got through just 2/3 of an inning against the Sandlot Merchants, gave up 4 runs before getting pulled. And he starts Eder up with a pitch around the crest for ball 1. That's inside for ball 2. Eder's been a real tough out here. In the last game, he had a home run. He had a bunt single. Then he roped a single to right field. He's been outstanding at the top of the order for JDT as they make their march through the losers bracket. Looks like he cranked his shoulder a little bit on that swing, and he's in as the DP. He had been in right field earlier. A lot of ball games, 3 in a row now for JDT. Sebastian dots the outside corner with a drop ball. Nice pitch. Eder checks his swing. They look down at third. Kevin Wallace says no. Some news to report. The winners bracket final between the Bear Creek Gremlins and the Hill United Chiefs. Hill United has forfeited that game. So the Gremlins will move into tomorrow's final. Hill United drops into the losers bracket final. And Eder goes down on strikes. Take a look at the strikeout pitch from Ty Sebastian. A rise ball. Swing and a miss. Goal number 1. 1 up, 2 down, 3 change, although they're all using pitch comm now, so that skill set is also gone by the wayside. First pitch called strike on Jordan Pomeroy. He was 2 for 4 in the win over Midland. He's been in center field and the number 2 spot the entire tournament for JDT. Chases upstairs, and Ty Sebastian's working ahead again. And Pomeroy will chase a rise ball well up out of the zone. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the game for Ty Sebastian. So right now, he and Hami Madzalukwa are in a battle. Here comes Choco Munoz. Been a tough day. He's 0 for Saturday here, this event, which is rare. And that should make the Express quite nervous. Fouls away the first pitch on a mighty swing. Munoz skies it out to left. Morita charging over near the fence and will come down with it for the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing across for either side as Munoz is still looking for one to fall in. Delano, Salgado, Sebastian due up in the top of the 2nd for Bear Creek. There's David Galeno. Multifaceted 5-tool player. Venezuelan shortstop. And style points, looking very good, might I add, in that maroon and white get-up for the Bear Creek Express. High socks, all black cleats. Got to have good gear wear. First pitch swinging, and as he's done all week, all season, Braden Ducharme, great hands over at second base for the first out. That'll bring up Alan Salgado. And I've been so impressed with Braden Ducharme. I'm watching he and his brother for a couple of years now, and they just keep getting better. I guess that's what happens, but it's fun to watch the progression. Salgado takes a little hack at that. You're not going to see many slap bunts from Alan Salgado. He had a walk-off home run in the game against the Sandlot Merchants yesterday. And a strike called, 0-2. Back to the mound, Mazalukwa across with a laser beam to get Salgado, and there's 2 away. Nice job by Mazalukwa. And good speed by Salgado to get down there. So with 2 out, that'll bring up Ty Sebastian, who was listed as the first baseman. Position change puts him on the mound. Salgado moved to first, if you missed that when we were off the top. And a strike on the outside corner gets Mazalukwa ahead 0-1. I've seen Devin McCullough here at the park, but he has not thrown for JDT at all yet. Maxi Montero, a complete game shutout last game. Checked down at first base. Yes, he did. 0-2. And Sebastian chases outside, make it 4 strikeouts for Mazalukwa. As he is looking good. We've got a great game off and running here between JDT and the Bear Creek Express under the lights in South Bend. Dylan Cunningham will lead things off for JDT. First pitch swinging. Ty Sebastian got the side in order in the top half, or the bottom half. This game's moving along of the first inning. He'll face Cunningham, Laskowski, and Ajon here. And that's back up the middle. Tough play for Okawa, and he makes it look routine. Ryuji Okawa up the middle, smooth as silk, one away. Cunningham, this looked like it was up the middle for a single. Look how Okawa plays that. 99% of second basemen take that on the backhand. He gets around it and puts himself in a good throwing position. Did I tell you I loved watching the Japanese guys play? Well done, Ryuji Okawa. Here's Laskowski. First pitch swinging as well. On the ground to third. Bobbled, still coming up with it, making the throw, but not in time. Cody Panebecker. That's going to be an error on Panebecker as he bobbles it, can't get it out of the glove, and that gives Laskowski enough time to get down. First runner aboard for JDT. And Ajon takes the first pitch for a ball. That gets away from Pinto, and that looked like a cross-up between Pinto and Sebastian. It was. They got to get together and talk about it. I don't know if we can get another look at that one, Jaime. And I don't know if we can get it back and see the sign that Pinto put down, because it looked like they were talking about fingers and not the pitch com. Meanwhile, it's 2-0 on Ajon. Check swing high. Here's a look again. Pinto was looking for a rise ball, and it was a drop. Yeah. And that's what led to the conversation afterwards. You could see Pinto was starting to come up out of his crouch, and then it dropped down on him. I'm sitting next to a catcher, and she is grimacing. That was an outside drop ball. And that's going to be a walk to Guadalupe Ajon, pardon me. I'll get my Spanish down pretty soon. My Spanish producer's walking me through this. So 2 on, 1 out. And Jonathan Lynch, I can say that one properly, from the good old US of A, is coming to the plate.
Next batter, number 23, John Lynch.
Drop ball called strike. Lynch agrees, says nice pitch, Ty. Let's try this one again. Inside drop ball again, but this one's too far inside. Outside, picked by Pinto. Ty Sebastian find himself in a little jam here in the bottom of the second. Gets Lynch to foul this off, an inside pitch. Couldn't get around on. 2 strikes. Lynch needs to protect a little bit. What is Sebastian going to show him? A rise ball inside again. Lynch manages to get enough to stay alive. Lynch didn't play the first game today. He did play the second game, but he was 0 for 3 with a sac bunt. Lynch resets himself and steps in after Sebastian gets a new ball. And Lynch goes out and gets a pitch that was in the other batter's box. Fouls it away to stay alive. The count remains 2-2. Takes low for ball 3. Good battle going on here. Sebastian looks down at his wrist. And here comes the payoff pitch. Back up the middle, Jonathan Lynch with a single. That's going to score 1. Or is it? Closer at the plate than I thought it would be. Great throw by Yusuf Davis, but not in time to get the sliding Laskowski. RBI single for Jonathan Lynch. I thought Laskowski scoring easy here. Yusuf Davis with a laser beam. And Laskowski gets in under the tag. Great at-bat from Jonathan Lynch. He wins the battle with Ty Sebastian, comes up with an RBI single back up the middle. And here's Braden Ducharme. High and tight for ball 1. Ducharme is rotten from head to toe, looking like a ball player. 3/4 length sleeves. He's been diving around, playing good second base. Stole a bag, couple of hits. Tried to make it 4-0 on that swing, but comes up empty. Bunt, and an excellent bunt, and there's no play. They throw down and get the runner rounding the bag. A lapse of judgment by Guadalupe Ajon. And heads up play on the infield by the Bear Creek Express. It should have been bases loaded on the single. And Ajon rounds the bag too far. Luigi Pinto. Look at that. Realizes the throw's not there. Look at this. Ajon. Whoop. Could not dig in. And covering is Galeno behind the bag to make the out. See if that is a talking point as this game goes on. So Lynch up to second, Ducharme at first for Dallas Cornelius. Cornelius shows bunt. Clearly, JDT trying to put the pressure on. Cornelius walks halfway down to third base. And I think maybe he missed a sign there. Maybe they were looking for the fake bunt steal because Lynch had made his way down to third. There is 2 outs. There are 2 outs. Pinto sets up outside. Sebastian hits him, but it's a ball. Tell you what, folks, you talk to yourself this long for a couple of days, you're going to start messing up your English too. Forget your Spanish. Cornelius looking to extend the lead for JDT here in the bottom of the second. Chases an outside drop ball, and that'll do it. Ty Sebastian works out of the jam, only gives up one. And we'll head to the third inning. JDT leading 1-0. It'll be Panabecker, Davis, and then back up to the top for Callum Bischel. A couple of Americans and an Aussie due up for Bear Creek to face the Botswanan pitcher, Hami Madzolukwa. And his ball is moving a ton. That pitch wasn't at the plate. It started at the plate and then shot up and out for ball one. He puts a drop ball where Cornelius wanted it, but it was outside. Comes back inside a little bit more and gets a called strike. 2-1 on Panabecker. Chris Abbott with you from South Bend, Indiana. We're getting close here at the USA Softball Men's Major National Championship. We'll be back 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Strike called for the losers bracket final, and then the championship game will follow immediately after. Bear Creek Gremlins will have a double life. So it will be a tall task to knock them off the mountain, but we've seen it happen before. As Panabecker goes down swinging. Fifth strikeout for Madzolukwa. So the spark plug, Yusuf Davis out of the 9 spot. Already saw him come up with an outstanding throw. Whether or not he got the runner is immaterial. Nice pitch, Madzolukwa, drop ball in the outside corner. Missed that time. Just off the end of the bat. Davis had it timed up pretty good though. Anytime you see a foul ball go straight back like that, That means it just missed going straight back the other way. Davis swings at a pitch low in the dirt. They'll send it down to finish the strikeout. And one time through the order, Hami Mazalukwa has 6 strikeouts.
Next batter, number 27, Cal Fisher.
One of those 6, Callum Bichel, and he'll step back to the plate. It's outside for a ball. There's always the question, right, about rest or coming in a groove. Bear Creek sitting around all day, rain delays, schedule changes. Meanwhile, JDT's been on the fields for the last almost 6 hours now. Well, they started their first game, I guess it was around 5 p.m. So yeah, approaching 6 hours with a couple of breaks to groom the infield. Maybe get a banana or a slice of pizza or something. And as I look around, Munoz has played every inning, Pomeroy has played every inning, Braden Ducharme, Guadalupe Ajon have played every inning. Those guys got to be feeling it, and if they aren't now, they will be tomorrow. Bichel chases a drop ball outside, and Hami Mazalukwa strikes out the side here in order. He and JDT are rolling. Bichel never close to that one. Top of the order coming up for JDT First Energy when we come back. Top of the order, Eder, Pomeroy, and Munoz. Coming up, they went down 1-2-3 in the first against Ty Sebastian before the bottom of the order scraped out a run in the second and left some guys on base. Could have been an opportunity loss for JDT. We'll keep an eye on that thread as we go through the game. Eder thought about dropping down a bunt, but the ball was coming in his direction, so he pulls back and takes ball 2. That was a great pitch to hit, and Eder was taken the whole way, it seemed, or at least was looking for something else. And he didn't even flinch after the ball went by him. Slaps a bunt. Impossible for Pannebecker. He doesn't even try. Another bunt single for Eder as his marvelous day continues. Maybe that's why he didn't flinch. He knew that he was looking for a certain pitch, maybe an outside drop ball, to plop it right in front of home plate. So here's Jordan Pomeroy. He pops up a bunt. Salgado's on it. Pomeroy smashes his bat down in disgust. Shows bunt, a rise ball, which is the toughest pitch to bunt for that exact reason. You've got to get out and over the top of it, angle it down. Pomeroy unable to right there. So 1 on, 1 out. Choco Munoz to the plate. First pitch swinging, and that caught a lot of the plate. Ty Sebastian may have gotten away with that one. That's the kind of day it's been for Munoz. He's been very, very close a number of times to making something good happen. It's not like he's having bad at-bats. Leaves it out and up for a ball, 1-1. Eder gets a big jump and had the infielders covering at second base. Saw Okawa there flash his hand to Pinto saying, "It's my bag." Wouldn't be surprised if Eder was on the move on this pitch. Bear Creek was looking for it too, an outside rise ball, and they get the benefit of a called third strike. The idea was not to throw a strike there. They were looking for an outside pitch in case Eder was off and moving. Look at Pinto. He's ready to throw it, and he received strike 3, and that's what Munoz is saying. He goes, that was supposed to be a semi-pitch out. 2 down. Cunningham, first pitch swinging, and that's what we call a twist here in the biz. Came up empty. Working away. Saw Eder kind of flinching a little earlier. I wonder if he'll be on the move. He's kind of got that stance over there right now, like he's going to go. Nope. Walked off the base. Two and one on Dylan Cunningham. He grounded out to Okawa last time around. And he sends it right at him again. A little shovel to Galeno. And these guys are showtime in the middle of the diamond. They'll work around the leadoff single to Fetty Eder. Nothing across for JDT here in the bottom of the third. Again, smooth hands and the little shell shot from Okawa. Hami Mazalukwa back out for his 4th inning of work. It's been going well so far, to say the least. He struck out the side in the 3rd. He'll face the toughest part of the Bear Creek order right now. 2, 3, 4, Morita, Okawa, Pinto, Galeno, Salgado behind him. I guess there's no not tough part of this order as you start reading through it. We're going to check down at 3rd. Mazalukwa thought that Morita swung. He did not. Yusuke Morita playing left field for Bear Creek. Skied on the infield, calling for it right away is Laskowski. He'll take it in for the out. Morita gets under it. And that's as easy as they'll come for Justin Laskowski. There's the dynamic second baseman, Ryuji Okawa. Drop ball right down the middle, strike 1. Mazalukwa throwing hard out here tonight. Don't have the radar gun on this diamond, but outside of Johnny Suriel earlier, Mazalukwa probably the hardest thrower we've had on the diamond today. Nice drop ball, just missed. Check swing inside corner, called strike. Okawa went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And swings through and down on strikes for the second time is Okawa. 2 away quickly in the top of the 4th. Make it 8 for Mazalukwa.
Next batter, number 3, Luigi Pinto.
He struck out Pinto as well to end the 1st. Mazalukwa will get the sign from Cornelius and come set. And I don't think the sign was to throw 140 feet, but it'll go in the book as ball 1. Then he comes back with a nice inside rise ball. Pinto had visions of tying the ball game dancing in his head. Gets to the outside drop ball. This is going to be a tough play. And Guadalupe Ajon had to contend with the bag and then picking up the ball, and then he tried to swipe the ball. And a little moment of levity for the JDT infield right there. It'll go as an infield single. We'll get the courtesy runner in for Bear Creek in Kynan Molander. And David Galeno to the plate. Galeno hit a sharp ground ball to Braden Ducharme in his first turn. Don't be surprised to see Molander off and running. Off the end of the bat, foul ball, strike 1. Molander, another Aussie, and I know we've got Aussie legend Michael Titteridge at least counted among the viewers tonight. Good to see you, Mike. Rise ball goes to the screen. Cornelius missed it altogether. And the tying run is now in scoring position. And you could see great angle there at how quickly that ball shoots up. Cornelius disappointed with himself, not coming up with it. Galeno, another big hack on an outside pitch. And he'll have to tighten it up a little bit now with a 1 and 2 counts. Galeno on the ground, foul as it's picked up at first by Cunningham. Speaking of our friends in Australia, New Zealand, Japan, hope your Sunday's going well. Not often you get to see fast pitch from North America live at this time of your day. We're playing late into the evening here in South Bend. Great rise ball. Madzalukwa gets Galeno. He's disappointed with himself. He couldn't stop himself from swinging at strike 3. That's 9 strikeouts for Pami Madzalukwa, and JDT will take a 1-0 lead at the bottom of the 4th. Five, 6, 7 hitters due up for JDT in the bottom of the 4th. Justin Laskowski reached on an error, came around to score the only run of the game back in the 2nd inning. And takes ball 1 from Ty Sebastian, who's out there for his 4th inning of work. Sebastian has 4 strikeouts. And working on another, dotting the outside. Three hits for JDT in the game. 1 walk issued by Sebastian. Ripped back up the middle. Justin Laskowski has been all over it today in the last 2 games. He didn't play the opener and has been chomping at the bit ever since. And Sebastian almost made the play, but also lucky that didn't hit him. Here's Guadalupe Ajon. In on the hands, and he'll foul it away on the first base side. Ajon walked, and if you remember, was picked off on that play, a real heads-up play by Luigi Pinto on the bunt single by Ducharme. Strike called on the outside corner. Sebastian doing well to nibble off the corners on either side of the plate so far in this game. Credit where credit is due. And he'll get Ajon swinging for his 5th strikeout. And that's a big one after the leadoff single. Curious that we didn't see JDT try and play for a run here in this tight game. But Ajon will swing through the outside rise ball. So here's Jonathan Lynch. He had the RBI single back in the second. That changed the numbers on the scoreboard. And that hits him. Oh, nope. That's a foul ball. The way he reacted was that it hit him. And then it goes off Pinto, who I already talked about being beat up. And I think Lynch is mad that he left the bat in an area that could cause a foul ball on a pitch that was a certain ball. The way he reacted was like, ow, I got hurt. But he's mad that he hurt himself in the count. Oh, that one nearly hit him as well. And Lynch does, I think that might have been a lambada to get out of the way there. Maybe a salsa. Regardless, the wild pitch moves Laskowski down to second. Mighty fine stepping by Jonathan Lynch. Yeet. Laskowski up into scoring position. That's well off the plate. 2-1 now on the right fielder. Hails from Missouri. Big part of the U.S. men's national team is Jonathan Lynch. I've said it before. I mean, you do 3 games in a row and a couple of games yesterday with the same team, but he's always been a clutch kind of guy. Doesn't usually blow your doors off, but finds a way to do good things. That's been my perception of him over the years. 2-2. They've worked both sides of the plate here. Where are they going to go with this one? Outside. Chop towards short. Galeno across, and a rare error from David Galeno. Don't know if it was the speed of Lynch that caused it, or maybe just where the ball ended up. David Galeno usually makes this play in his sleep, but he pulls Salgado off the bag. And Laskowski moves up to third on the play. We're going to get a pinch runner for Laskowski. So Alejandro Gonzalez comes in to run. Now, he's been used primarily as the courtesy runner, but he will pinch run for Justin Laskowski here. Maybe with the thinking of how quick he is, anything in the dirt from Sebastian or potential squeeze play could score that extra run. Let's see what happens here. Lots of speed with Lynch at first, and that could be the thinking as well. Do you send Lynch halfway, try and get in a rundown, and steal home with Gonzalez? These are all the thoughts that would be going through my mind if I'm on the defense right now for Bear Creek. High and tight. Lynch not going anywhere. And it's shot through the left side. I could have ran in from third base on that one. RBI single. Braden Ducharme makes it 2-0. Two for two now, Ducharme, and he's been outstanding for JDT here at the Softball USA National Championship. Now runners at first and second. Cornelius' first pitch swinging comes up empty. Rise ball and quickly 0-2. Seems like Cornelius keeps coming up with runners on, but then again, he's got Ducharme and Lynch ahead of him who have been really, really good at the bottom of the order. And Cornelius swings through, so good morning, good afternoon, good night. Dallas Cornelius down swinging for the second time in this game. So 2 on for Eder and the top of the JDT lineup. Ty Sebastian trying to keep it here with just 1 run allowed. And the first pitch to Eder is up for a ball. Takes a little off and gets Eder out in front, and he's got a wry smile as he walks away. If you haven't been in there, you're like, how do guys miss a changeup? It just looks so good coming in, but it messes with your timing. That's a great pitch after the change by Ty Sebastian. Dotting it on the outside, and when that happens in consecutive pitches, now you're in the box going, all right, where's he coming with this? You've got to protect. Fortunately for Eder, he's one of the best. Handling the bat inside for a ball. Two. It's outside, and it runs the count full. So that'll give Lynch and Ducharme a head start. Not something that either one of them really need to burn around the bags. Might be interesting if Eder can put this one in play to see what happens. Whole lot going on here. Gets a piece, and we'll do it again. We need him to hit the camera on the other side so we can get the tilt back. When we recognize that, folks, we'll get the staff on that as soon as we can. Again, Eder fouls it back. Eder battling. Strike 3 called, and he doesn't like it. It's not going to change the call. Pinto set up outside. And there you see, strike 3 called. We're off to the top of the 5th inning. It's 2-0 for JDT. Alan Salgado leads things off for the Bear Creek Express. They saw the deficit double last time they were in the field. And the way that Mazalukwa is throwing here tonight, it's going to take a special effort, and Bear Creek down to its last 9 outs. Check down at third base, but Salgado did not go. Oh no, that's not good. Our home plate umpire just took that square. And the way that sounded, he's going to need a minute. Bruce Kilmoyer just took that one square. Cornelius missed it. And he's pointing to his right jaw. Talked about how hard Mazalukwa has been throwing tonight. Cornelius has straight missed a couple. He missed that one. And we're going to have a little break in the action, folks, while Bruce Kilmoyer gets attended to. Thankfully, JDT staff is out quickly to assess. Now, Bruce tugging on the ears. I bet your ears are ringing, and I hope you give him the appropriate time. What concerns me is that he was kind of stunned after it hit him. It knocked him back. He popped up quickly. He's smiling, which is good. But still working it out. Kevin Wallace is in there making sure he's okay. And now he's going to go talk to our umpire director, Greg Pohl. He's going to make sure that he's okay to continue. Don't want to mess around with that stuff, folks, as you know. And a scary moment. I mean, the sound that made. Getting a professional medical opinion on this, as well as consulting with our senior umpires. See some conversation in the chat about the winners bracket final between the Gremlins and the Chiefs. The Chiefs forfeited the winners bracket final, and that is all the information that I have available to me at this time. So as it stands right now, the Gremlins are in the championship with a double life, and Hill United awaits the winner of the losers bracket. That is all the information we have. As you know, I've been sitting in this chair all day, so I don't know what's going on in the outside world. So we still wait. If you're just catching up and wondering what the delay is, our home plate umpire, Bruce Kilmoyer, took a rise ball from Pami Madzalukwa straight off the mask. And now the teams have left the field, which leads me to believe we may have an umpire change upcoming. So we're going to take a quick break here. And after this delay, we'll be right back. JDT leading 2-0 in the 5th inning. You're watching the 2026 USA Softball Men's Major National Championship. Okay, so Casey Waite will take over behind the plate, and Hope Bruce is going to be okay. Count was 2-0. Now it's 3-0 on Alan Salgado. So reset everything. It's the top half of the 5th inning. JDT up 2-0. Salgado taking all the way. Salgado is 0 for 1. He rolled one back to Matsulukwa. Drop ball outside corner. And this is an interesting scenario, right? Like, you've established a strike zone with the umpire through the first 4 innings. And now you have a brand new umpire with a brand new strike zone. Yes, we all know the strike zone is the strike zone, but there's nuances to every single umpire in there. Salgado was once 3-0, and Matsulukwa comes back to earn the strikeout, his 10th. Gets Salgado on an excellent drop ball. Here's Ty Sebastian, who's not even close to that one. Kind of curving drop ball, and Sebastian pulls off of it. Same pitch, a little closer to the plate, and it's called strike 2. Bear Creek having a real hard time with Matsulukwa tonight here under the lights in South Bend. Big exhale. Go back out there again. Why not? This time well off the plate. Really want to mess Sebastian up? Come with an inside drop ball right now. Got to get it inside. Leave it over the plate and you can do damage. They do, and he pops it up. I go right back to that pitch that he missed on the first swing. He'll break his back with a changeup. Haven't seen many of those, though. Matsulukwa's been throwing hard tonight. They do go back to the first pitch, an outside drop ball, and back-to-back strikeouts to start at the top of the 5th for Pami Matsulukwa. That falls off the table. My goodness. Pannebecker, one of the 11 strikeout victims so far. This is the 3rd appearance for Matsulukwa in the tournament, and this has been his best by far. I mean, he's been good, don't get me wrong. He's been outstanding in this one. Pannebecker catches up to that, but fouls it away. Not a lot offensively for Bear Creek. Morita had a hit in the 1st. Pinto had a hit in the 4th. That's been it. No walks, no hit batters. Pammy's world tonight, we're just living in it. 1-2 is the count. Was supposed to be an outside drop ball, came in over the plate, and good for Matsulukwa that it was out of the zone. That was right down the middle. Again, Cornelius was heading outside, and Mazalukwa leaves it inside again and down. All I had to do was talk about how good he was doing. Strike 3 called at the knees. Panabecker knew it. And once again, Pami Mazalukwa will strike out the side, giving him an even dozen through 5 innings. There's only been 15 outs. Oh man. What a night this young man is having. JDT looking to add when we go to the bottom of the 5th. Two, 3, 4 coming up for JDT. There goes 3 right across your screen in Alejo Munoz. Jordan Pomeroy will lead things off. Center fielder is 0 for 2 against Ty Sebastian in this one. Teammates on the Canadian men's national team. Oh! And Sebastian, who is teammates with Pomeroy, comes in to apologize. My goodness. Tell me softball's not a contact sport. Let's take another look at this. First pitch to Pomeroy. Oh, right in on the hands, too. Looks like he's okay as far as small bones and stuff goes. That couldn't have felt good. So leadoff man aboard, Jordan Pomeroy. Munoz started to show bunt. He's called strike on the outside. Munoz attempts a bunt, and he's not going to like the fact that he tried to get that one down. And as a number 3 hitter, you're not asked to bunt all that often. But he knows that that certainly wasn't one he needed to go for. Oh, my goodness. And if you're Ty Sebastian and Bear Creek, the way that Mazalukwa is throwing, you've got to keep it here. Like, you can't let JDT add on here in the bottom of the 5th, because you're going to have your work cut out for you scraping out a couple of runs as it is. They go outside again, and that's been the theme today through 3 games against Munoz. Outside rise balls. And it's been effective because he's not had the success that we're used to seeing from him. They go with another one. This one catches more of the plate, but it's way up, and Munoz goes down swinging. Maybe some frustration for Munoz in that at bat. I don't know that that's ever in the zone where Sebastian releases that pitch. So I'll bring up Dylan Cunningham. 0 for 1. grounded out. Fielder's choice to end third. He's hit at the second base both times. Let's see if Pomeroy is on the move here during this at-bat. That would be my play if I was coaching this team, which I'm not. I'm sure they're all thankful for that. Another rise ball, this time to Cunningham, and he swings through. Caught more of the zone, though. Again, a rise ball, and Sebastian took a little bit off that one. Crosses Cunningham up, 2-2. Why not go to it again? This time Cunningham lays off and the count's full. All right, I'm definitely sending the runner on this pitch. I would expect another rise ball. Foul back. Might have been a little flat. Certainly didn't seem to affect Cunningham's swing path all that much. But I guess the anchor's on Pomeroy over at first. Another rise ball up out of the zone, and Cunningham had seen enough of them that he knew what was coming. Leaves it alone, and he's worked a walk. I think we're going to get a pinch runner for Cunningham. We will. Jeff Lyons is going to come on to run for Cunningham. I wonder if he'll stay in the game at first base. And as the change is reported, Justin Laskowski takes a couple of limbering up swings there. Laskowski's been one of the hottest bats for any team here today. And he scored both runs. Well, I guess Gonzalez scored the run in Laskowski's place in the fourth inning, but his spot in the order, and he did the work. Jeff Lyons on to run at first. And Jordan Pomeroy's out at second base. Laskowski can put one through the infield. Should put another run on the board for JDT. First pitch swinging off the glove of Sebastian. Okawa shovels it. It goes to the fence. And cue the circus music. It's 3-0. Sometimes the effort is too much, as it was from Okawa right there trying to make the out. Laskowski off the glove of Sebastian, and at that point Okawa sells out, and with the error allows Pomeroy to come around to score and Lyons to go all the way to third. So that'll go as an error on Okawa to score the run all the way from second base. Now Laskowski at first and Lyons at third. Guadalupe Ajon. Rise ball from Sebastian's out of the zone. Looking over at the Bear Creek bullpen. a little bit of movement, but I do apologize. My vision is blocked. I can't see. Carlos Parra was the guy in the hole, so he may be next up. He should be next up anyhow. Ajon will foul this one away. Still a 1-2 count. Jonathan Lynch waits on deck. One out in the bottom of the 5th inning. One more across for JDT. Rise ball up. Actually, I need to see that again. That may have been a high drop ball. That got a little too high. Regardless, it's 2-2. There's another rise ball, and it looks to me that the JDT hitters have decided that the rise ball's out of the zone. So if you see that spin, leave it alone. And keep your eyes down. Seems to be the development of this inning. If you can eliminate one pitch, you can focus in on the other. In tight on Ajon. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Let's take another look at this pitch from Sebastian. That rise ball was in the zone for strike 3. So runners on the corners now, 2 down for Jonathan Lynch. First pitch swinging out to Okawa at second. He'll flip to Galeno covering, and that'll do it for JDT, but they'll scratch across one more run. Pomeroy hit by a pitch to open the inning. He comes around to score. And after 5 complete, JDT lead the Bear Creek Express 3-0. So 9-1-2 for Bear Creek. And they've got 6 outs to work with. They've not solved Pami Madzalupwa yet tonight. First pitch is a ball to Yusuf Davis. He struck out back in the 3rd. This is just his 2nd at-bat as we play here in the 6th. Just 2 over the minimum faced by Madzalupwa in this game.
Please return all foul balls to the green diamond. Thank you.
If anyone can start a rally, it's Yusuf Davis. We'll see what he's got in store. That's up and out of the zone for a ball. Haven't seen a whole lot of attempted small ball from Bear Creek. Mazalukwa misses again. And despite striking out the side last inning, he did miss his spot a few times. We'll keep an eye on the fatigue factor as he walks Davis to lead off the sixth. And sometimes the pitcher can be cruising along, and there's little indicators like that that often get ignored based on the results, the 12 strikeouts to this point. The next thing you know, you're in a tie game or something. Let's see what happens here. Callum Bichel, top of the order, with his third look at Mazalukwa, and he starts him off with a rise ball out of the zone. Gets it over with a drop ball. Bichel hasn't had much luck. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. They've primarily been working him away. This is up for ball 2. Again, bullpens are obstructed, so, oh yeah, somebody is throwing for JDT. Can't tell exactly who it is. It's Johnny Suriel getting loose for JDT. And ball low for Bichel, and it seems that's the message for Bear Creek, is work these counts. They've been pretty free swinging most of the game. Going to make Mazalukwa put it in the zone now here in the sixth. Back-to-back walks to start this sixth inning. And we're going to get a meeting on the mound for JDT. And all of a sudden, the tying run is at the plate for Japanese superstar Yusuke Morita. Wouldn't be out of the question to see him hit a home run here. Looks like this is just going to be a mound visit and not a substitution. And to quote Dodgeball, it's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Next batter, number 19, Yusuke Morita.
Mazalukwa has probably earned this leash, but he's got work to do. Third time through the order, 2 walks to start the sixth. First pitch swinging, and Morita chases a rise ball up and out of the zone, fouls it back. Another rise ball, and it gets away from Cornelius. Davis saw it and moved down. Bichel did not, and he's still at first. Bichel would have been looking through Jeff Lyons, Yusuke Morita, and Dallas Cornelius, so he doesn't see the ball get away. And it wasn't kind of your typical pass ball. Got a piece of it, then it goes off the shoulder of Casey Waite behind the plate. That's low. They'll check down at third base. He did not swing. I believe that's a 3-1 count now on Morita. 2-1, pardon me. Got to cut me some slack, folks. We've seen more pitches than the 3 seasons of Dragon's Den put together. That's ball outside. Now it's 3-1. And Mazzaluca was going to call Cornelius out for a conversation. Nobody out. 3-1 count on Yusuke Morita. Runners at first and third for the Bear Creek Express. Pami Mazzaluca was firing on all cylinders through 5. This 6th inning has been a different story. Gets the sign and comes set. And Morita's going to send this right back up the middle. And Bear Creek is on the board. Good piece of hitting from Yusuke Morita. A rise ball that he gets on top of. And they will stay with Mazzaluca. So 2 walks and a single, and it's Ryuji Okawa. They're going to say he swung for strike 1. That's low for ball 1. 1-1 to Okawa. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. They had been getting him on the outside drop ball. As I mentioned, 3rd time through the order now. And some fatigue. Low for ball 2. And you could see it in the body language of Pami Mazzaluca. He knows he's reaching his finish line. The gas light is on. And we're still a few miles from the station. Big exhale on the mound. Swing and a miss. That's going to get through Cornelius again, and the runners move up. Now the tying run out at second base. Cornelius just misses it completely. Ryuji Okawa. Another one. Cornelius knocks it down. That bounces in front of the plate. It was supposed to go outside. Mazalukwa is done. I mean, you got to come get your boy here. Three and two to Okawa. All of a sudden, Guadalupe Ajon needs to redo his shoes, his socks, anything at all to get a breather for his pitcher. And Okawa had about enough and asked for time. Now, you'll also notice, I talked about it earlier that Morita and Okawa are teammates on the Japanese national team. Morita is tipping the location. He went all the way to the first base side of the bag last time. Now he stayed to signal inside. So Morita's given the information to Okawa behind the plate. And now Ajon is recognizing that. And he's trying to disrupt it. And he's passing the message along to Mazalukwa. You guys got to hide this better. Cornelius must be moving early because, they're using PitchCom. Check swing, ball 4 gets away. And Okawa will go down to first base. 3 walks and a single, still nobody out, 1 run in. And that will be the end of the line for Pami Mazalukwa. He had a great game and came to the end of the line. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the 2026 USA Softball Men's Major National Championship. Wholesale change of the battery for JDT. Johnny Suriel comes out of the bullpen, and Fernando Gomez comes with him. Now, these guys a bit of a package deal off the Dominican national team. And in fairness to Dallas Cornelius, he has caught 2 games in a row. And he's been in there for a long time. Gomez caught the first game in which Suriel started. This leads me to believe Devin McCullough unavailable. And this is what I would call a pickle for Johnny Suriel. As the bases are loaded, there's nobody out. The tying run is on second, and the cleanup man, Luigi Pinto, is at the plate. Now, if you're new to Johnny Suriel, this guy throws the ball as hard as anyone in the game. Doesn't always know where it's going to go. But he's one of my favorites to watch because he can fire it. Oh, just like that. And Luigi Pinto has to turn himself into a greater than sign to get out of the way. Morita still out at second. And Suriel falls behind 3-0 immediately. Check that. That's ball 4. When Suriel came in, they had 1 ball on the count. And I'm not sure exactly why. Something must have happened in terms of a delay, a mound visit. But I did see Casey Waite put 1 ball up. So that's going to be ball 4. It was only the 3rd pitch from Suriel. But they had a ball on the count for one reason or another. Not exactly sure why. So we're going to get the courtesy runner, Molander, back in at first, and it's now 3-2 after the RBI walk to Luigi Pinto. And it's David Galeno at the plate. Takes ball 1 low on a drop ball. My, how the turntables. Galeno swings through 1-1. Galeno leaves it outside and down. They'll check down at third. He did not go. Galeno sends it deep out to left, and this is gone. Grand slam, David Galeno. And Bear Creek all of a sudden with a 6th spot, and they're up by 3. His 2nd home run of the tournament, a no-doubter. David Galeno. Wow. Choco Munoz turned around and watched it go. Opposite field at that. And the Bear Creek Express is rolling through South Bend, Indiana. And there's still nobody out. Salgado down to first, and Lions will get their step on the bag for the first out. The 7th batter of the inning. The first 6 have all scored. Another look at this from Galeno. Everybody knew it. Oh, man. He hit a screamer yesterday, a solo shot. This one, way bigger. Inside, first pitch to Ty Sebastian. So Ty Sebastian held his team in it, held his team in it, held his team in it. And the offense has responded with a resounding 6 runs and 2 in tight, and Sebastian takes a little look and has a few words for Johnny Suriel. Inside again, this one catches the plate for strike 1. inside again. 4 straight inside on Sebastian, one of them for strikes. A strike. Strike at the knees. We'll make it a full count. And that's ball 4 outside. Yet another walk this inning. Yusuf Davis led off with a walk. Cal Bichel walked. Morita singled. Okawa walked. Pinto walked. Galeno hit a home run. Sebastian walked. We're going to get a pinch runner for Ty Sebastian. Check that. It'll be a courtesy runner for Ty Sebastian, the pitcher. And the 9th batter of the inning for Bear Creek will be Cody Panabecker.
Number 7, courtesy for the pitcher.
Konechny takes over at first.
Next batter, number 10, Cody Panabecker.
In a game that was cruising along through the first 4 innings and change. And that bunt attempt goes into Fernando Gomez. Takes a minute to get up. Foul ball, strike 1. Fernando's a big target back there. He tends to get nicked more often than the regular catchers. That one caught him, I think, mostly in the chest pad, but it doesn't matter. It was down around the sternum. No balls and a strike. Cody Panabecker. And now 2 strikes to Panabecker, who has struck out in his first 2 trips to the plate. Upstairs for a ball. We're just past midnight in South Bend. Strike 3 called. And Panabecker goes down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. Back to the man who led off the inning, Yusuf Davis.
Next batter, number 48, Yusuf Davis.
And way back then, I said, if there was a guy who could start a rally for you, it's Yusuf Davis. Little did I know, changeup from Suriel nearly hits him. By the way, if you're going to get hit with a pitch, changeup would be my choice. Had a question come in on the chat asking how fast these guys are throwing. We don't have a radar gun on this field right now. In previous events, Johnny Suriel, his rise ball probably around 78, 79 consistently. His drop ball in the low 80s. On the ground is short. This is going to be a tough yet impossible play for Guadalupe Ajon. And Yusuf Davis is aboard for the 2nd time this inning. So now runners at first and second for the 11th hitter for Bear Creek this inning, Callum Bichel. He walked and scored 10 to 15 minutes ago. Inside curveball. Bichel thought it was going to hit him, but it does dive back in over the inside corner. Curveball outside for a ball. Strike 3 called. Same pitch, inside curveball. Bichel goes down looking. His third strikeout of the game. But that's a footnote to the main story, which was a 6-run explosion in the 6th for the Bear Creek Express, highlighted by a David Galeno grand slam, which completely changed the complexion of this ballgame. Braden Ducharme will lead things off. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI. And Ty Sebastian back out for his 6th inning of work. Now staked to a 3-run lead. Going to check down at third. He didn't swing. Skied on the infield. Galeno's taking charge, calling for it, and makes a catch in a Shawn Michaels-esque pose. Galeno feeling himself out there after the grand slam. Look at this. Watch this. Anyone who knows wrestling knows what I'm talking about. The Heartbreak Kid, David Galeno. Fernando Gomez will get his first swing after taking over defensively for Dallas Cornelius last inning. Rise ball up and out from Ty Sebastian. How many times have we seen it over the years? A pitcher cruising along, starts to get in a little bit of trouble. You're on the bench thinking, he'll be all right. He's got 12 strikeouts through 5 innings. And then all of a sudden, the wheels come off. It's not as uncommon as you might think, especially in the men's game. Up and out for a ball. That's a good spot from Sebastian, but just misses. Pinto doesn't agree. And it's 3-1 on Gomez. Gomez chases upstairs, and now it's a full count. Strike 3 called as Sebastian comes back in the count and gets Gomez looking. Let's take one more look at that pitch. Just a low rise ball, and Gomez frankly not going to get a better pitch to hit than that one. Watches it go by. Back up to the top for Fedi Eder. First pitch swinging, gets a piece. Strike 1. Eder looking for a swinging bunt, but comes up empty. Comes the 0-2 from Ty Sebastian. On the ground, Sebastian comes off the mound, and he'll make the play himself. Call it one unassisted. That's funny. Good to see that there's no animosity anyhow between those two. Nice job. I mean, Sebastian does well to sprint over and get this. Eder knows he's done for. Avoids the tag. I love it. Good stuff. We're off to the 7th. South Bend. So Yusuke Morita will lead things off. His single was a big part of the comeback for Bear Creek last inning. The winner of this game will move on tomorrow morning to play the winner of the Kegel Black Knights Northeast Drillers game. Currently, Kegel up 4-1 in the top of the 4th. Change up. Bam, Morita will look at a strike. Another changeup from Suriel. Johnny Suriel came on in relief, and it was a tough situation as the bases were loaded, nobody out. He walked the first batter he faced in Luigi Pinto for a run, and then David Galeno took him deep for a grand slam. Morita watches that one outside and low. Out towards second, and that eats up Ducharme. It came off the bat knuckling. And Ducharme, who's been so good, will not come up with that ball. And that's going to be an error on the second baseman, Ducharme. You can see it from this angle. Yeah, he tries to backhand it on a tough hop. I think he got caught in between charging it for the out and then letting it bounce, and the result is going to be an error. First pitch to Ryuji Okawa is inside and low. Strike called. 1-1 is the count on Okawa. As we play in the top of the 7th inning. If you're just joining us, JDT was cruising along through 5. And then Hami Mazulukwa hit the wall. And saw a 3-0 lead turn into a 6-3 deficit. Okawa gets tangled up with that one. Swings through it. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored is Ryuji in this game. And that's another strikeout. Suriel has been working them inside, inside, inside. Then they go outside and up. A little bit of a curve. Luigi Pinto is 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Makes good contact, but sends it high and back foul. Pinto swings kind of in self-defense on the rise ball. Another rise ball. This time he leaves it alone. Oh, wow. Pinto sends it deep and gone. 295 feet to left field. Luigi Pinto bounces it off the 300-foot slow pitch fence. And that is an exclamation point on this game. Talked about how hard Suriel throws it. One of the things when a guy throws hard, it leaves in a hurry. A rise ball. Pinto goes way up to get it. And you can see it falling and short hopping the 300-foot fence. Change up Galeno to first, and Lyons has it, steps on the bag for the out. Man. In terms of the games I've seen this week, that Pinto home run has been the biggest. Haven't seen them all.
Number 24, Alan Soldado.
Question in the chat asks if the Kegel Drillers game is streaming somewhere. It's not, unfortunately, due to the weather earlier and the schedule being changed around. We've only got 2 diamonds set up for streaming, and the third one was called into action, and that's where they're playing. Ground ball out to short. Ajon will pick it up and make the play. That will end the inning, but not before Luigi Pinto gives the Bear Creek Express a 5-run lead heading home in the bottom of the 7th. A moonshot from Pinto. Does JDT have a comeback in them? We've already seen a couple today. Why not one more? It's going to take an effort, though. Ty Sebastian back for his 7th inning. Jordan Pomeroy leads things off. Takes ball 1 outside. Pomeroy skies it. Pinto goes back for a look, but watches it fall foul just in front of our broadcast location. There's a protective netting for the fans behind home plate on those foul balls, and miraculously, that's the first one I've seen fall in there on this diamond. Any other tournament, it would be littered with those. But the foul balls have not been going straight back as often. Pomeroy chases wildly for strike 2. And yes, folks, sometimes the thoughts that go through my head are exactly that, about where the foul balls land. When you're here talking to yourself, you've got to come up with something. Then when I go home, my wife wonders why I'm not so talkative. It's because I'm here the whole time talking to myself. Look out. Oh, camera survived that one. Two balls and 2 strikes on Jordan Pomeroy, the JDT center fielder. He was hit by a pitch last time around. Chases a rise ball up. It goes to the screen, bounces back. Pinto in time. He gets out of the way of Casey Waite, or Casey got out of his way, finds the ball on a good hop off the screen and makes a strong throw. I mean, Pomeroy's not close to that rise ball. Look at Pinto, find it, bobble it, and make a strong throw off balance. Well done. We'll go as a strikeout in the scorebook, but my goodness, it was so much more. Choco Munoz, oh no! He's hit up top by Sebastian. Oh man. Don't think it got him in the head. I think it got him in the shoulder. We're gonna take another look though. Oh no, it gets him in the side of the head. And he walked it off like a champ. My goodness. It's a good thing that Munoz wears that extended guard on his face. He's okay. But my God, that was potential to be really bad. Munoz stays in the game, so that's good to see. And Jeff Lyons will get his first at-bat. Takes a mighty swing and comes up empty. Outside from Sebastian, who's working hard to get a complete game in the books here now, well up over 100 pitches. Bear Creek would love not to have to go to the bullpen ahead of tomorrow. Lyons fouls it off. He's checking back with Casey Wade to ask if that was in the strike zone or not. Not positive that it was. Ball and 2 strikes. 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Choco Munoz, who has no hits through 3 games, capped off that disappointing day by getting hit in the head, and another rise ball gets away. Pinto comes up throwing and very nearly gets Munoz, who is heading down on the wild pitch. But control becoming an issue now for Ty Sebastian as well. Time called. We'll get reset. Do this again. Here's another look. Munoz kind of thought he had free passage, and good on Pinto. Rise ball, Lions swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. 2 away. Laskowski's been aboard all 3 times today, but he's 1 for 3. Reaching on 2 errors. When you're hot, you're hot. He's had a great day, and despite the situation, his individual performance he can be proud of. Swings through the first pitch rise ball from Ty Sebastian, strike 1. Laskowski was with the Canadian men's national team at the Pan American Championship earlier this year. Not a great week for the Canadians, unfortunately. They did go with a roster of players who are in the pool, not necessarily a lot of veteran guys. Last year was a heavy calendar for a lot of national teams with the World Cup and then the World Games right after. Some guys had to decline participation in the Pan American Championship. But it opened the door for some players. Some of the junior guys got a better look. Laskowski, who was not with the team at the World Cup Finals in Prince Albert, got plenty of playing time. Sebastian misses outside. Wind still whipping around out there, as it has been all day. Thankfully, we've avoided any more rain after the downpour last night and this morning. It was calling for more. We really thought we weren't going to play any softball today. So the fact that we're pretty much caught up with the schedule is a minor miracle. Started play at 5 p.m. tonight on this diamond. On the other diamond, the third diamond as it were, we started a little bit earlier, around 3:30, 4 o'clock. Laskowski chases the rise ball, and that will do it for this game. Ty Sebastian goes all 7 innings in the win, and the Bear Creek Express left it late. But they don't ask how, they only ask how many. And how many was the tune of an 8-3 victory, ended right there by a Justin Laskowski strikeout against Ty Sebastian. That'll do it for us here at ABI Field in South Bend. An 8-3 win. Winning pitcher is Ty Sebastian. The losing pitcher is Pami Madzalupwa. The game ended after 5. He would have been the hero. Unfortunately, we played 7, and it didn't go his way afterwards. You can see the line score. It tells the story. The rest of the story is the winner of this game. The Bear Creek Express will move on to play either Kegel or the Northeast Drillers tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We're signing off from day 2 here in South Bend on behalf of the entire crew at Softball Premier TV, USA Softball TV. I'm Chris Abbott. It's been a pleasure. Let's do it again tomorrow.